Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over more strategies on how you can prepare for the Gigantamax raid separate from what we have currently, which are going to be the Dynamax Pokemon, and you're going to have to make a whole new one if you're new to this whole scene here. So we're going to go over a few more tips that are going to hopefully give you a leg up, or at least prepare a little bit more before we do receive them, because although it is going to be going down October 26th at 10 a.m. until October 27th at 8 p.m. local time, you still have a few days before this is starting. It's good to prepare now, although it's approaching fairly quick because it's already the 20th or the 21st, depending upon where you do live. So Gigantamax, Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard, but there's another one they didn't announce yet, and I do believe this is going to be a bit of a secret release, and that is going to be Gigantamax Gengar on either the day before Halloween or on Halloween or something like that. Now, by the time we get that, we will have these Gigantamax Pokemon, Venusaur, Charizard, or Blastoise, in which you can probably just go in there and use those and be pretty good, depending upon, we still don't know how difficult these things are going to be, right? If they're completely like out of this world hard, then there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be excluded from being able to actually participate or even being able to complete these in general. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and talk about a few more things. So another thing to note is we are going to be actually receiving Dynamax Gengar, which, or should I say Ghastly, which will obviously be able to evolve into Gengar. And that is going to give you a leg up against the potential giant Dynamax, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise, although it's not doing super effective damage to any of them. But what is going to really help you is going to be with the Gigantamax Gengar. Now, we have a video to play here. We're going to be taking a look at Campfire and just a few other ways that you can potentially look for people in your area. Now, before we get into this, I don't want to advocate for, people under 18 going around looking for people in their area to hang out with to play this game to help them beat it, okay? I just want to put that out there because every time somebody's always like, well, what about kids? It's like, okay, well, there you go. Happy? Disclosed. Now, also, it's Campfire, so it's built in for the game, okay? So better monitor your kids better. Anyways, what do we have going on here? Starting this video, we're going to go ahead and hop into Campfire. I actually disabled this. I re-abled it today. I'm thinking I have to find as many avenues, as many ways as possible to find people here. Crazy. So we do have people who actually use this here and do hold events within it and send out kind of invitations, notifications. So there's a pretty decent group of people in my area that actually use this. Now, as far as find raids, and the farther you zoomed out, the more difficult it was for you to even look at them because they wouldn't even load for you. But take a look at this, loading great. We got all the Dynamax raids here, and not only that, you can actually set them for an individual one. That's King K, that's where I usually hang out and do all my walking and stuff. But this is looking pretty useful for sure, okay? Now, again, you're gonna be able to pick particular ones. We're gonna look at that. Sometimes it does load a little weird. I think what happens is if you zoom out too far, then it's gonna be doing this. But that is gonna be one of our main meetups there, Town Square, of course. Now, what you can do is start preparing, kind of look around to see if there's any meetups in your area. And I know it might be a little bit early, but it's going to be best to kind of start to get the ball rolling now before it's too late. Say the day shows up and you have like maybe 4 people. Maybe that might be enough. Again, we don't know how difficult these things are going to be. So as you can see here, turning on particular Dynamax is going to actually help you take care of business a lot better. Now, what I recommend, we're going to do the whole rock, paper, scissors kind of thing for these Gigantamax, Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. So talk to your group, whatever Dynamax Pokemon you have powered up the most. Again, most simple, say you all have more Charizard powered up. Start at Gigantamax Venusaur. Once you've accumulated some of those Gigantamax Venusaur, maybe you powered them up, move it on to Blastoise. And then after you've defeated Blastoise and you have some of those, I know this is going to require a lot of investing, but you'll be able to get a feel for it to see how actually difficult it is. Then after Blastoise, you hit Charizard. If everybody has more Inteleons or Blastoise powered up, then you start at Charizard. And you know what I mean, the whole rock, paper, scissors thing. Now, taking a look at my Pokemon here, what you're going to maybe want to use to go up against Gigantamax Gengar is going to be Greedent. Now, their special move is going to be based upon the quick move they do have. So we do have a ground quick move on the Greedent here, and it also does have a dark quick move, which is going to be Bite, both of which are going to be super effective. Although you are going to be able to farm up energy faster, I do believe, with the mud shot. So maybe you just want to go with that, and it's still going to be doing good. And you maybe want to even max it out as far as that power up for the Greedent. But when it comes to Double, it looks like he's throwing up when he does his like little scream thing there. Unfortunately, all of its quick moves are going to be fighting, so this is not necessarily going to be something you're going to really want to use. You could throw it in. Phalanx is an absolute useless Pokemon for us right now, so don't worry about that. Inteleon does have Shadow Ball, so that could prove to be useful for you. Again, we are going to be getting Gigantamax before Gengar, I do believe, so you should be all right by just going in there if you power up your Gigantamax, which if I get a good one, I'm going to max it out immediately. Cinderace, I actually powered one up to around 24, as you can see here. I'm still waiting if I should power it up a little bit more. I do have this maxed out Metagross with everything maxed out as well. It does have Zen Headbutt, and it does have that Psychic special charge move there. You could go with the Steel, but there's no point in doing that right now. Blastoise is a little bit like, you don't even need it. You might as well just invest in Inteleon. It's doing so much more damage, even with Surf. You're better off that way. That's just my personal feeling. Charizard, I'm already maxed it out, okay? Now you can go with a Fire special charge move, or you can go with a Flying special charge move. I'm gonna recommend, technically you could, Venusaur, that's gonna be good up against Venusaur no matter what, so you're gonna be okay in that regard there. So I just wanted to give you a few tips. Now, for the final tip here, now I'm not going to, all right, hear me out. Niantic wants to play this game. There's some people out here who are probably super excited, but at the same time, they can't do it, right? We've been over this. So I'm not advocating for it, okay? But maybe you just might know a few spoofers that could, airdrop and help you out. I mean, at this point, that's what we're looking at here, okay? They're not going to allow us to remote rate it, so that's out of the question. And they haven't really been too specific on how difficult they're going to be. They're telling us upwards of 40, which is a pretty insane number, making us think, well, is it that difficult? Is it really going to be that hard? Because that's kind of crazy if you think about it. All right, so pretty good. So technically, what you're going to want to do is start looking around. I checked out Campfire. Go ahead and maybe check it out on your end and see what you have going on. Maybe, reach out to a few people and start getting people connected and excited and ready for what's going to happen, and maybe even discuss which Dynamax Pokemon you have powered up so everybody can, start at the right one, okay? All right, now next up, what do we have here? I just wanted to briefly put this up. Now, I did a video a couple days ago talking about how we're going to be getting a new feature where it shows the actual Pokeball next to the date caught, right? That was a little bit of a concept art, so my bad, I was a little rushy on that. I'll put up Fleece King's original post that shows the right way. So essentially, we've already have this, they just moved it up higher. It's kind of stupid, to be honest with you. So technically at the bottom where it shows where you caught it, the date, time, and everything like that, the Pokeball, they just moved it up pretty much to right underneath its name, which doesn't really make any sense to me. Doesn't really make any sense, but just wanted to put that out there because I told somebody that I would correct that. So, all right, moving it on here. Thanks to Pogo Central, we do have, there's a lot of people making these kind of images showing all the Gigantamax Pokemon that we are going to have in the future, but I just wanted to throw this one out just really quick here. So Gigantamax Gengar looks pretty awesome. We might see I know I called it a Kingdra in the trailer, but Kingler, probably see that one pretty soon too, but I can't say when. Lapras, I feel like looks really awesome. I love that design. It looks like music notes going around it, but it's just kind of ice. That's a good one. Snorlax, pretty good one. Machamp looks amazing. Butterfree, and of course the starters are freaking awesome. Meowth is hilarious. That's going to be a humongous one because it's one of the tallest ones that we do have. Corviknight, but we don't have Corviknight yet. And then Orbeetle, so that's the alien thing. Pretty cool. And Dreadnought. And then we do have a few others as well. Melmetal 2, which is going to be pretty funny when we get that one. And then we do have the other starters that we did receive as well. And a few others on the side. That Fire Centipede is a really cool Pokemon. I don't know. That's awesome. And then, of course, we do know Toxtricity is going to be getting one as well. So when it comes down to these Gigantamax starters and then Gengar as well, I know people are not too happy because of the amount of people that we need or whatever, but I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I'm pretty excited for this. I am happy and I'm excited and I can't wait. It should be fun. And if it's really difficult and we're not able to beat it, we'll figure out a way. I will invest the damn Stardust. We will make it happen. You better believe it. If we have like, I don't know, I'm pretty confident we can get at least 10 people together and we should be able to do it. Plus the random people that are just going to be jumping in the lobbies and showing up who are not even on social media, Discord or Campfire, and they're just roaming around playing the game. There's always those type of people that are around, so that should help as well. But again, I don't want to advocate for it, but you may want to reach out to a few spoofers if you live in a desolate area and you're like, how do I do that? Look, I don't know, maybe a Discord, who knows? But it's seeming like that's one of your only ways out at this point for the people who have nobody else in their area. For the city folk, you're going to have a blast. It's going to be great. It's going to be good times. But there you have it, folks. Just wanted to give you a little heads up as to check out Campfire, see what you have going on there with your locals. Maybe you can get a group together. If you did enjoy this video, if you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.